honorable judges, respected teachers, and dear friends. Some books do not tell stories with plot or characters. They simply record names. More than 45,639 names of fallen soldiers, arranged by hometowns and family lines, appear page after page in the book Legend of Goji. When I first held it in my hands, I stood still, overwhelmed. Each name to me is not just a line of text. It is a silent anthem echoing in my heart. A solemn reminder that my generation must live in a way worthy of such sacrifice. Hello, my name is young Minh Khang, a 7th grade student in St. Nicholas School. Today, I am honored to introduce you to the book Legend of Goji, published in 2020 and had the editorial guidance of journalist and poet Nong Man-Foong and his team. Its cover features the Mingyu Martyrs Memorial Temple striking against a deep crimson background, representing the bloodshed the fallen soldiers had to face while being in the Vietnam War. Out of the book's 510 pages, only 37 actually document and provide images of the Goji tunnels, a military marvel of the 20th century. The rest forms a paper memorial, where 45,639 of mourners' names are solemnly arranged by family lineage and hometown. Silent yet resoundingly heroic. But Legend of Goji isn't just a record of days. It invites us to a world deep beneath the earth, built not with blueprints or machines, but with bare hands, human memory, and indomitable will. Without Google Maps, every citizen in Goji was a living map. Without modern technologies, they used forest leaves, charcoal, and clay to build smokeless Huanggang stoves, air vents, camouflage bunkers, hospitals, classrooms, and even revolutionary theaters, all in the hearts and silence deep beneath the soil. Under times of darkness and times of scarcity, the people of Goji didn't just survive. They sang, they smiled, and they studied. They obviously lived with meaning. After reading this book, I started to reflect on myself. There were times I felt pressured over a test or stress. However, the people in Goji had no access to light, electricity, or technology, or even safety. However, they still had resilience, they still created, and most of all, they still stayed united. Even when the enemy rained down B-52 bombs, had 3,000 German-trained dogs to find entrances and exits, flooded the tunnels, released chemical agents, or even had bulldozers to crush every single inch of land, the people of Goji still laid firm. They took artillery shells and then extracted the gunpowder to create landmines, effectively turning the enemy's weapons into their own defense. The Legend of Goji holds a special place in every Vietnamese person's heart. The overwhelming response to the film Địa Đạo, Mặt Trời Nhằm Bóng Tối has led fans flocking into theaters and had heartfelt responses and reviews from the younger generation. The story of this steel land has still made an impact on the Vietnamese community to this day. The profound lessons I have learned from the Legend of Goji are not only about patriotism and unyielding determination, but also about a strong passion for learning, even in the harshest conditions. These noble qualities have become a great source of motivation for me to overcome difficulties in my studies, to remain determined in the face of challenges, and to keep striving toward new goals. Moreover, the solidarity of the people of Goji has taught me that in both life and learning, collective connection is essential. Most especially the image of underground classrooms, where the flame of knowledge was kept alive and the sound of war deeply moved me. That powerful image has inspired me to do something truly meaningful, to promote a culture of reading and to spread knowledge to others, especially children in difficult circumstances. As author Carlos Maria Rodriguez has said, to build a library is to create a life. It's never just a random collection of books. And this quote has stayed with me to create a reading community for younger generations.
In 2023, I joined the Ivy Global Startup Competition and founded the Sunflower Secondhand Bookstore, where every book sold provided a warm meal for child cancer patients at the Nang General Hospital. We sold over 400 books and served hundreds of meals funded by book sales. After the competition, I turned it into Minh Khang Free Community Library, where low-income students and workers can borrow books at no cost. I also participated in the second-hand market, where I donate over 100 old textbooks to low-income families at the Sungjia second-hand market. I also had the privilege of working with the Young Art Club on International Children's Day, donating books and school bags to children in Arab 2, Yeongai, Damyang. It was heartwarming to see how a simple act of giving could make a difference in their lives. Through my work with the Sangbia Club, I donated nearly 100 books to students in remote areas, and I was deeply honored to receive a certificate of recognition for my active contributions to their educational program. I also received a certificate recognizing my contributions to the school's reading club, demonstrating my active role in promoting reading culture in my school. On my Minh Khang Community Library fan page, I called for the donation of books and textbooks from our community. The response was incredible. We have already collected 40 books, and as the school year ends, I'm hopeful that more families will join in to donate their used books to children in Hope Village. These efforts have laid a strong foundation for my ongoing commitment to promoting a reading culture and providing education access. Building on this momentum, I am excited to embark on several new initiatives aimed at further expanding these opportunities.
I will donate books to ethnic villages and also promote reading circles for children living in these villages. I will also create a program where we could help the elderly who can have poor eyesight, children that are not able to read, and the visually impaired by making a program where they could have audiobooks.
I will reach out to the team at the University of the Nan's College of Education, who specializes in creating Braille printers, to have the stories read by me as well as AI hosted on the Minh Khang Library transcribed into Braille books. These books will be made available on request for visually impaired readers, especially for those at the Nguyen Đình Dieu School for the Blind in Da Nang.
Finally, I would create a weekend book bus where I would visit to different Vietnamese tourist places to educate the tourists and also the locals about Vietnamese history by books. Honorable judges and teachers, in the era where screens are currently replacing paper, we must lead people to the torch of reading. And every single book read could be a seed that grows into a tree. And in the end, we could build a forest of wisdom. If selected as the Reading Culture Ambassador of 2025, I will not just have a representative role, but also a bridge to connect people a lot of places to have reading. Thank you for listening to my speech.